तुमादिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणः तुमस्य विश्वस्य परम निधानम वेत्तासि वेद्यम च परम च धाम त्वया ततम विश्वमनंतरूप वायु यमः अग्निवर्णस्य संगः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहस्य नमो नमस्तेस्तु सहस्रकृत्वा पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते। You are primeval God, the primordial spirit. You are the ultimate shelter of the universe. You are knower and also noble and supreme abode. The universe is fully pervaded by you, being of infinite forms. You are the God of wind, God of death, God of fire and water also, the moon god and great grandfather of beings. We salute to you thousands and thousands and again. In last session, I have described about the salvation or mukti or liberation from death and birth. In this session, I will describe a very important matter or subject, that how can we attain the liberation or salvation. And in this matter, I will say that if I could know that who is capable for liberation, then this is the process to attain the liberation or salvation. And so, I will present you before a idea, that who is person, who is capable for liberation. A doubtless person is capable of liberation, for liberation. If you have doubt about any spiritual facts, you cannot attain perfection. And perfect person remove all doubts from his mind. And so, I will present before you a doubtless person is capable of liberation. There are two conditions for a great seeker. His absence of doubt is theoretical accomplishment and knowing Trigunimaya Maya and transcending it is an experimental and accomplishment. This transcendent seeker achieves skeptical status through spiritual practice, continuous use of scriptures, and continuous chanting of God by name of God. Naam Jap, by Naam Jap. Name of the Guru's grace. And in this matter, the grace of Guru is a very important fact. Being without doubt on the path of cultivation is also a excellent state of cultivation. It does not come soon. We constantly doubt in spiritual practice. The doubt that arises also have to be resolved. There is no resolution of spiritual doubt until the seeker feels restless. Any spiritual escapism can be eliminated immediately with the help of a spiritual master. But if there is no self-knowledge teacher, then there are only two means of retirement of doubt. One of the continuous study of the scripture, and other is going in a unique way in the shelter of God. There is a shortage of observant gurus, perfect guru. But such facts are not true. It is rare to find a spiritual teacher. Continuous study of scripture can be done easily and effortlessly. And in the third means there can be an effort to remember God constantly. For this reason, we should imitate whatever means are available for the retirement of doubt. Our experience is that the constant recollection and chanting of the divine will lead to quick retirement of doubt. God gives us the sum of intellect through which skeptical clouds are disintegrated. The instrument that has been adapted can be described as being experimental. In this way, this is the first act of an excellent seeker, that somehow he should complete all these doubts and achieve theoretical attainment. The second form of experimental accomplishment on this episode is that of Maya being past. It is possible to go beyond it. Every human being, every seeker must clearly understand the fact that until the Maya is transcended, there is no realization of God. Every human is affected by the effects of three types of Maya. For example, when smoke is fired in a room, all the people in that place are affected by the smoke similarly. This effect of Maya remains on every person, and no one can be free from it. Being free is not so easy. The power of God has spread His Maya in this universe, which has affected every person. Just as our food contains many types of juices, in the same way, Maya has also spread many types of enjoyments in the world: sweet, sour, salty, juicy food, which gives different types of taste. Human is stuck in them, wants to indulge the taste after one another. In different types of enjoyment, he feels satisfaction for some time, but that satisfaction disappears automatically after some time. In this way, man ends this life trapped in many types of pleasures. All his happens due to influence of Maya. This should be understood as the dominance of Maya. In the part of water, The sun appears in mirror, but in reality, there is no sun in water. Every person knows in water or in glass or in mirror, there is no sun. Every person knows that in water there is no sun, in the mirror, only as image. The sun only seems us, but it is not real. Maya has shown this world to us like a reflection, but it is not a real entity. It is just an impression that haunts us. If there was a sun in the water and in the mirror, we feel its proximity, but it looks like a reflection, but it is not reality. In the same way, Maya is showing the word of remaining latent, indirect, connected. This is his divinity and eccentricity and supernaturalism. This word is a reflection, and Maya is in the form of mirror and water, which we cannot see because of seeing water and mirrors. We are aware of their power, but we do not have the same feeling of Maya. Therefore, Maya is unique. Maya, by remaining indirect and incorrect, keeps a man separate from the divine, keeps him in this trap. To be past Maya is transgress Maya's qualities. As long as the seeker does not recognize the merits of Maya, it is mechanism and does not try to transcend it. It cannot be timeless and multiplied. We should understand Maya's sattvic qualities and her work, Maya's rajasi and her work, and Maya's tamasi qualities and his work and her work. How do these qualities impact on us in humans? This is the something we should know. We cannot encroach until we know how the influence of virtues and action affect us, just as water drips from a broken root during rainy days. We find the broken place roof and repair it. In this action, we have to find the broken place where water is dripping from. We have to know this. Only then we can stop the leak. And the same way, we have to remove the effect of triplets by knowing the effect of them. We should immediately abandon the virtues of tamasi and rajasi Maya. Cultivation begins by acquiring Maya's sattvic qualities. Cultivation does not begin before the Maya's sattvic quality is also very enticing. The implores the seeker is in his form and creates many kinds of spiritual doubts. Sattvic Maya keeps the seeker in his trap by being her to me best of hers. The seekers who does not get caught up in the action method of Maya's sattvic quality. Knowing its qualities, he transcends Maya's qualities and becomes passed with the Maya. Triguni Mayi transgresses Maya. We will discuss this subject again. All this place, we should understand that only a man without age of capable of salvation. Then in this session, I have described that a doubtless person is capable for liberation or salvation. If you have doubt, you cannot attain liberation. Because doubt is created by the illusion or Maya. And when I have doubt about any spiritual fact, till that we are in grip of Maya's effect, illusion effect. A doubtless person, and who has no doubts, is capable of liberation or salvation or mukti. I want to say a very important fact in this session, that when you go in shelter of Lord Krishna, you will remove to all doubts automatically. Lord Krishna search a path of doubtless facts, and he creates a light in your heart, mind, and also brain or wisdom. And then you will remove all doubts. So this session is ending with this subject, that a doubtless person is capable for liberation. And in further session, I will describe the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Then we will meet tomorrow in morning. Om Shahna Vavatu Shahna Bhunaktu Shaviryam Karvavahi Yajashvina Avadhi Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.